Good morning. This morning we're going to be talking about donuts. Yes, the wonderful, sugary, sweet pastry, breaded breakfast dessert that we all love and probably eat more often than we should. And why that's important. So donuts. There's a bigger reason behind this whole conversation, so hang with me. But yeah, so donuts. Donuts are something that's interesting in my life, and that might sound funny because it's like, well, why would that be interesting in your life? Because that's such a basic thing. The thing was, growing up, I didn't really have donuts that much. I had donuts maybe once every 2 months or so, and it was very rare when I got a donut. Reason being, grew up in a family that was a little bit more reserved on like how much we spent per month, because we didn't have a lot to spend per month. We weren't poor, we weren't like scraping the bottom, but we're definitely like, hey, every dollar that we have, we have to be careful. And so, Saturday donuts wasn't really a thing. Sunday morning donuts wasn't really a thing. That's okay, because I wouldn't have known the difference growing up. But what I did know growing up was when we ate donuts, it was a special occasion. And I vividly remember when I was growing up, waking up Saturday morning, sun is shining, oh, what a great day it's about to be, and walk out to the kitchen and behold, Mom has bought us cake donuts. What a wonderful surprise. And I recall eating this donut sometimes like it was like my last morsel of food. Obviously we had food, but the way I ate it was slow, methodical, breaking out small pieces, savoring the sugary goodness, And looking back on that, I'm like, wow, I really understood the value of that donut. Because I knew in my mind, wow, it might be 3-4 months before I get to have another one of these special desserts for breakfast. And that moment was something to cherish and hold on to. That might sound goofy. That's okay. Because that was my experience. However, the key takeaway from this, it's not the donut. The donut is trivial, right? The donut probably costs $2. But to that 8-year-old version of me, that donut was worth $20, $30. Like, wow, this donut is huge. Why? Because I didn't get donuts that much. And as I think through life, I think about a lot of different examples of this. A lot of examples pop up. I think about now that I'm an adult, being able to go on a vacation that's nice is like the donut. It's only available every year or so, or maybe every 2 years. Maybe not as it's not as frequent as a donut, but still that mindset whenever I go on vacation, it's like, oh, I need to hold on to this. I need to savor this every moment. Squeeze the juice out. It's like when you're making lemonade, you want to squeeze all the lemon out. See as much as you can get out, because you don't want to waste that lemon, right? Same thing applies over here for the donut analogy. It's like squeezing out every area. And I'm gonna be asking, okay, where's he going with this? He's been yapping. Well, as I think about that, how often do we have things in our lives that may seem trivial, but are actually extraordinarily awesome and a gift? And we just go about our way every single day and forget that, hey, The fact that I get this or this, that's a gift. And I'd be squeezing out every ounce of juice that I have, savoring every moment, as I was explaining, that 8-year-old version of me breaking off each little piece of the donut and savoring it. How many other areas of my life where can I savor all these sweet moments? I think about waking up in the morning and taking that first breath of air, and obviously it's not the first breath of air, but the first breath of air that I know when I wake up. It's like, ooh, this feels good. I have life. Yeah, I might have some stress, I might have some burdens, but ultimately I know those burdens and stress are carried by God, when I trust in Him. And so, the curious thing about all this is, as I thought about it, I was like, yeah, there's a lot of moments like that where I'm not savoring the sweetness of it, or like the goodness. Obviously, we know that it comes from the Lord. He's the one that gives us good things. I was thinking about that. I was thinking about, man, how many other areas are there? There's a lot. And so, as I think about it more and more, I'm like, okay, I want to savor these moments that are awesome, but also the less just mundane, moments. Like, for example, driving to work. I do this every single day. But I was thinking, wow, how much more meaningful would it be if I used these moments to, have a good thought process or pray, There's so many moments like that we could savor and use. I think about, there's a guy that I know, and he uses every moment with his kids for something that's meaningful, or, it's something important, or, if he's busy, he makes sure that he stops and, whoops, just dropped my granola bar. He makes sure that he stops and he has a meaningful moment with them. For example, we were at a work event and he had to bring his kids along. It could be seen as a burden. We're like, I have to do this again. But instead, he broke off little pieces of time and had a little devotional with his kids. And I was like, wow, that's awesome. That's savoring the moment. Saying, hey, you know what? This kind of stinks right now, but I'm going to flip it. And I'm going to say, hey, I'm going to enjoy this moment. I'm going to savor it. Just something to think about. And I think about to that 8-year-old version of me. I'm like, man, he understood it. He understood the idea of cleaning up these things that are, may not be worth that much, but it's important. Savoring the sweetness, being thankful for what we have, I very could well have been like, well, I have my donut, but now I have chocolate milk, or now I have a kolache to go with this. Kolache is a Texan thing, just in case if you're watching, what's a kolache? But all these things. It's so easy to start pointing out everything we don't have. But savor what you do have. Be thankful for what you do have. Be thankful to the Lord for that. I almost just said Thanksgiving. We just finished Thanksgiving. Mindset of thankfulness. Think about that. Think about the donuts. Savor every moment.